The Smash roster is one of my favourite parts of the entire Smash series, with the inclusions of new fighters every installment. Never knowing who's going to make it into Smash 6, some fighters don't make it in, either being deconfirmed from Mii costumes, assist trophies, or other fighters from a third-party developer taking the spot, as well as a few other reasons. Welcome to A New Foe Has Appeared, where we talk about ideas for fighters that could possibly happen in Smash 6, if not the future. I'm your host BB8 from BB8's House. As always, let's get into it. Up next.
Presence coalesced in their midst. The Reaper comes for your souls.
That's right. Reaper from Overwatch is who I'm going to talk about today. You're probably wondering, BB8, couldn't you just wait until Halloween to talk about this character? Well, I could have. But since Overwatch 2 released in the right month, I thought to tie in with Overwatch 2, I would talk about a Halloween-themed Overwatch character, and the only character that did come to mind was Reaper. And I am fully aware that I have talked about two other Overwatch characters before on A New Foe Has Appeared, being D.Va and Mecha and Tracer. And without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So for his moveset, his neutral special being Heavy Fire. Reaper aims his twin shotguns forward and tears opponents apart with Heavy Fire. Reaper can fire up to 6 shots, 3 from each shotgun, with a bit of lag between each shot by rapidly pressing B. And once his 6 shots are finished, Reaper tosses the shotguns onto the ground and takes out 2 new ones from behind him as the empty shotguns simply disappear. These blasts are very powerful and can deal great damage and knockback to high damage opponents. However, they are short range, so you need to be close and personal with opponents to dish out damage. His side special being Shadow Step, Reaper crosses his arms as he is engulfed in a wrath of energy, and a marker appears in front of him. Similar to Greninja's side special, you can control the marker as it moves to decide where Reaper will appear. Once releasing side B, Reaper will quickly dissolve into the ground and re-emerge from wherever the marker is. Once re-emerging, Reaper delivers a twin fire shot from his guns. For his up special, I went with Wraith's Path. Reaper takes on the form of a shadow as he launches himself upward at a diagonal. This recovery has about the same reach as Squirtle's recovery, and once hitting his peak, he can continue attacks without entering a helpless state, and this recovery deals no damage to opponents or knockback. While in the shadow form, Reaper can pass through almost anything, including opponents' items, projectiles and assist trophies. The only thing that Reaper's form cannot pass through are extremely deadly items and moves such as the Daybreak or a Final Smash. His down special being the Reaping. Similar to Robin's Nosferatu, Reaper takes a knee as he extends both his palms forward as they emit a wraith-like energy from them. Opponents caught in this short-range attack will become trapped in Reaper's shadow energy as he saps health from them and adds it to his own. You can rapidly press B to steal health quicker, and the attack is short range and deals no knockback. But unlike Robin, it takes the same amount of health whether facing an opponent head or from behind. For the final smash, I went with Death Blossom. I know this final smash isn't in Overwatch, but I thought I would combine Reaper's ultimate from Overwatch and add something completely original to it. So the final smash being called Death Blossom, Reaper laughs maniacally as a cloud of shadowy smoke disperses around him, ending up about the same size as Luigi's negative zone from Brawl. After a second of dispersing this smoke, Reaper begins unleashing an intense volley of blasts from both his shotguns in every direction as he rapidly spins around to fire, fires over his shoulder, and pretty much in every direction. After about 6 seconds of heavy fire, the smoke disperses and Reaper unleashes one final twin barrel blast forward, which deals the most damage and knockback. This final smash dishes out damage in every direction of smoke field, but the most damage and knockback is dealt to those in front of Reaper. Damage takes from the final smash varies from 20% to 60% depending on where in the smoke you are in proximity to Reaper. For the alts and the Kirby hat, unlike any other character in the game, Reaper gains 1 extra costume than the standard 8. His final costume is his name, Pre-Reaper Gabriel Reyes, a founding member of Overwatch. The reason I put this in here is because Reaper, before he became Reaper, was actually called Gabriel Reyes within the lore, so that's why I used Gabriel Reyes as one of his costumes. So his costumes being Shadow Wraith being his standard outfit, the Blood Wraith being his red outfit, Midnight Wraith being blue, Moss Wraith being green, Royal Wraith being purple, the Desert Wraith being tan, the White Wraith being white, the Shiver Wraith being blue and white, and of course he has his Gabriel Reyes costume as his 9th costume. And for the Kirby hat, Kirby gets a copy of Reaper's mask with the copy ability Heavy Fire. For the classic mode, we have Death Walks Among You. Reaper's classic mode was hard to come up with, but we had to have something, so I just went with a mix of characters from the Smash roster and previous foes from a New Foes Appeared that fit the theme of death or darkness. So, whatever character is bracketed NANFHA number, that means that character is not originally from the Smash roster and was originally from a new foe has appeared. So round 1, we have Sans, who comes from a new foe's appeared, episode 12. Round 2 being Gengar, coming from a new foe's appeared, episode 48. Round 3 being Simon and Richter. Round 4 being Dark Samus. Round 5 being Darkrai from a new foe's appeared 56, which was the previous episode coincidentally. And round 6 being Diva and Mecha, who originated from a new foe's appeared episode 10, and Tracer, who originated from a new foe's appeared 49 as your ally. And the final round being Dracula. For the victory poses, the theme, and the Punch-Out title, the victory theme is a remix sample of the background music from the Reaper's Code of Violence Challenge trailer. The defeat pose being Reaper very slowly and almost menacingly claps for the winner with the slow clap emote. The victory pose, 1 being Reaper, enters the stage in a fog of shadows as he cackles maniacally and victoriously. And for victory pose 2, Reaper walks onto the victory stage and plants himself firmly as he leans a shotgun on his shoulder. And for victory pose 3, Reaper delivers a flurry of blasts all around him in every direction with his shotguns and finishes with a clenched fist at the camera. And his Punch-Out title being Ghostly Gunner. For the Amiibo, Reaper's Smash Render would have Reaper in a mid-air pose with both arms spread out. One arm facing forwards and the other facing back. Similar to what's seen in the posters of Overwatch. On the Amiibo, Reaper would have a see-through support piece underneath its foot and would have a black, completely dark aura behind him. And for the compatible games, there's not that many games that a Reaper Amiibo would be compatible with, but if we were to get boxed Overwatch spin-offs, no, not free like Overwatch 2, full price like the original Overwatch, I would see a Reaper Amiibo being compatible, but only with the Nintendo Switch version, not the Xbox, PlayStation, or PC versions. So the compatible games being Super Smash Bros., where you tap Reaper in, and a fighter, as a fighter you can train the world of Overwatch, being an untitled Reaper spin-off. This game doesn't exist, but if we were to get a potential Reaper spin-off, I would see it being compatible, but on the Nintendo Switch version only. The world of Overwatch Mecha, which I have done a video on it before, where you tap Reaper to unlock a Reaper themed colour palette you can use for your mech within the online part of the game. The Reaper Amiibo would be compatible with any Blizzard game or Overwatch spin-off under the World of Overwatch subtitle that has Amiibo support, but it would only be compatible on the Nintendo Switch version. And this Amiibo would be compatible with other games as well, but would have minor features. So the stage I went for this time was Hollywood, the Halloween variant, coming from the original Overwatch Halloween Terror event from 2016. In Smash, Hollywood has a makeover to be Halloween themed. to fit the character of Reaper. The reason I chose Hollywood is because I couldn't find a map from Overwatch that would fit Reaper, so I did some research to see where Reaper was from, and I found out that Reaper was from Los Angeles, United States. And the only map I know that's set in LA is Hollywood. And Hollywood didn't really fit well with Reaper, so I made the stage Halloween themed so it does fit with Reaper. Hollywood in Smash would be a moving stage, and it would start where the payload usually starts, and you stay in the same spot for about 20 seconds before an actual match starts. And then the 6 heroes on your team fight in the background, not as stage hazards, and the moving platform would end up being the payload. The payload in Smash would sync with the amount of time you have during a match, which means if you reach the end of the map in Smash, you can't teleport back. Similar to Spiral Mountain from Banjo-Kazooie, the background would twist alongside the payload to make the background a bit more interesting. And for an extra detail, this stage actually has a secret victory screen for every fighter. The screen would have a black and white filter similar to the Hollywood victory screen in Overwatch, but instead of the normal victory screen area in Smash, it would be in Hollywood Halloween instead, but the characters can still do their poses as normal, and this wouldn't apply to Joker or Sephiroth because their victory screens are a bit more unique to everyone else. And the heroes fighting in the background will be selected at random each match fought on the stage, and the heroes will be in their Halloween terror outfits. So Ana will be in her ghoul outfit, Bastion would be in his tombstone outfit, Hanzo rocking the demon outfit, Farah being the possessed outfit, Reinhardt, Cold Heart, Soldier 76 having its immortal outfit, Symmetra being vampire, Zenyatta being Skullyatta, Junkrat being Dr. Junkenstein, Mercy being Witch, Reaper being Pumpkin, but of course, Reaper won't appear in either teams if Reaper is fighting in Smash. Roadhog being Junkenstein's monster, Van Helsing being Cassidy's costume. Sorry for that spelling mistake, it is the wrong way round, but Torbjorn being a Viking, Zarya being totally 80s, Mei being the Pumpkin, Widowmaker with her spider outfit, Doomfist being Swamp Monster, Moira being Banshee, Sombra being Bride, Wrecking Ball being Jack-o'-lantern, Diva being Shinryong. Of course, like Reaper, wouldn't appear if Diva and Mecha are fighting in the Smash battle, even though Diva and Mecha and Tracer are not in Smash. That would be the case if they were. Genji rocking the Karasu Tengu outfit, Brigitte being Stone, Echo, Ragdoll, Sigma being the Flying Dutchman, Winston rocking the werewolf outfit, and of course one of my favourite Halloween outfits being the Will-O-Wisp for Tracer. The music I went with here is Junkenstein's Revenge, the main theme being an extended version, a Junkenstein's Revenge, the main theme again being a new remix. The Halloween Terror trailer theme from each year having a new remix. The boss with the I don't know how to pronounce that, but Junkenstein's Monster, Diebeshwaren, and Dr. Junkenstein. The final boss being Die Hex, a new remix, Icon Wild Halloween, both extended and new remixes, and Hollywood Halloween being both extended and new remix as well. So the spirits would just be the Halloween outfits of certain Overwatch heroes. I don't really need to repeat it again because I just said it in the stage part, which was insanely detailed, but it's there on screen if you want to know what spirits would be included with this. For the reveal trailer, the trailer wouldn't have the slash that every Smash trailer has at the beginning, similar to Pirate and Mithra's reveal trailer, and it wouldn't have the not actual gameplay footage like at the bottom, because those things would immediately give away that this was for Smash Bros. So a trailer for Reaper wouldn't be airing during a Nintendo Direct, because that could make things a bit too obvious, and I would see the trailer airing at the Game Awards or the BlizzCon. The trailer starts with Reaper's voice as it shows silhouettes of him in action. This would make fans think that this is a trailer for a Reaper spin-off, and as Reaper says, death. I am death, the soldier of death. Even if anyone could defeat me, no one could. As he says this dialogue, it shows black and white silhouettes of him killing other heroes. He then says death was who I am, until one day, a mysterious piece of paper landed on the ground. An envelope, to be exact. And at this part in the trailer, everything seems to turn around. Reaper then picks up the envelope and bursts out of the silhouetted form, and the screen splashes the Soldier of Death, Reaper. The screen then fades to white as it then splashes Super Smash Bros. Times Overwatch. It then ends with a black now in development card, which shows a white silhouette of Reaper running across, but he stops halfway and says, "Can't wait to kill some more victims." And he continues running, and the screen fades to black as the trailer ends. So guys, what did you think of Reaper? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn your notification bell on so you don't miss another video like this one. And to you guys, since I am recording this on Saturday, this is premiering on the day of Overwatch 2's launch. And to you guys watching this on the day of Overwatch 2's launch, happy Overwatch 2 launch day. And I will see you all in another spooky edition of A New Foes Appeared. BB8 out.